Welcome back and welcome to what I hope will be a really fun video. I'm going to be covering how to choose a college at either Oxford or Cambridge. This was the part of the application process that I enjoyed the most. So hopefully this list of tips and tricks should help you decide what college you want to apply to. So let's get straight into it. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about my experiences in choosing a college, do put them in the comment section below. I will get back to you. And subscribe if you haven't already. So, let's go. I was editing the video when I realised that there was quite an important thing to say. In an ideal world, in an open day, you'd be able to go and look at every single college and you'd hear from every single college about their beliefs, their ethos and things like that. Obviously, there are over 30 Oxford colleges and about the same number of Cambridge colleges, so it's virtually impossible to go and see all of them. But if you can go and see a few that you're thinking about, I definitely recommend it. It's really good fun, and it's great to see a bit of Oxford as well. But back to a slightly tongue-in-cheek video, and an author who hasn't got a terrible sore throat, so enjoy. Okay, so method number one is to pick randomly. I had a friend who went to Cambridge and they picked the college they wanted to apply to by having a list out in front of them in a random order, shutting their eyes and pointing to one. They applied this way, they got in, and they're perfectly happy. So it works, I guess. If you can't be bothered to do all the thinking, but don't want to give an open application, which I understand, then why not? Just do it randomly. Method number two is also quite good fun. And this is essentially just picking the prettiest college. So you can do this in several different ways. You can just sort of filter out the colleges that you're not a huge fan of. And you can do this by looking at the gardens, by looking at sort of just the front of the college is a good one, because you can tell a lot by the type of college, sort of by the architecture, or you can do it by the coat of arms, the crest. And to help you with that, you can look at the video we put out a couple of months ago, ranking the Oxford College crests. It's really good fun. My flatmates and I had a really good time putting it together, so I do recommend it. Number three, carrying on with the theme of just picking for random reasons, you could pick the one with the best alumnus. So you can look at Worcester College and think, oh, I like Emma Watson, I'll pick Worcester College. Or you can look at Queen's College, Cambridge and think, Stephen Fry, yes please. So this is yet another way you can do it to have a bit of fun. It's always good to just have a look around anyway. Number four, getting a bit more serious now, and sort of mainly based around Oxford, I think. So there's something called the Oxford Alternative Prospectus, and it's put together by the Student Union, and it has a great tool on it called College Suggester. So you essentially put in all your preferences. You can say, I want green spaces, I want a small college, I want cheap rent, I want cheap food. Those are your priorities. You put those in and it should come out with sort of your top 3-4 colleges based on your preferences. This is actually where I started the process. I put in my preferences, my priorities, and it came out with, I think, Worcester College, Magdalen and St Hugh's, I want to say. And from there, I went on to do some more research. And leading on from there, you can just go full force and do loads of research. So I suggest starting with the College Suggester for Oxford, because it can give you a nice shortlist, it can give you a nice idea of what sort of places you might be looking at. Or you can just start from scratch, look at every single college, look at things like percentage of people who get accepted, how big the college is, what the rent is like, what the food is like. All of this is on the Oxford University Alternative Prospectus, by the way. You can look at percentage of private school, state school. You can look at the position in the Norrington tables. You can see how they do in sports results. Whatever you might want, you can research it and you can compile a list of different metrics from which you can choose a college. I have friends who researched very heavily and came out with Worcester, and they're very happy where they are. I have friends who researched very heavily, are now at Lady Margaret Hall, LMH, and are very happy. So it's another tip, it's another method, and it works. So it depends how much effort you want to put in, I guess. Method number 6 is to not pick at all. Of course, you can tick on your UCAS application, I'd like to open myself up to a pool of colleges. It means you'll have more interviews, but it does save you one step in the process. You don't have to pick a college, and you'll get shuffled around a bit. But if you don't mind that, and you don't mind not choosing, then there you go. Okay, that's the end of this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Some of those were a bit silly, but I hope it was all quite helpful. At the end of the day, you're still going to Oxford, you're still going to Cambridge. Colleges, they all have their benefits, they all have their drawbacks, so I'm sure you'll find somewhere that you really like. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Please ask me any questions you would like in the comment section below, and please do subscribe if you want to see more content like this. So stay tuned.